Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to securitybros. My name is Chris, and in today's video I will take a closer look at this new battery-powered outdoor smart security camera from Xiaomi, the Xiaobai IMIlab Mijia CMSXJ11A. At the moment this camera is only available as a Chinese version. I'm not sure if this camera will ever be sold as an English version, but the Chinese will work anywhere as long as we choose China as region in the Mi app. And in the app you can have English as language, so it's just really on the package and the installation manual that's in Chinese. So it's not really a big problem. It's really easy to set it up, so you don't really need the instructions manual, but if you must read it, what I did was I used a translation app where you can take a photo of any text and then it translates it for you. It worked actually really well, and I managed to translate the instructions manual easily. But as I said, you don't really need it. I got this camera from AliExpress and I paid $75 for it, including shipping. The camera really feels like a high-end camera. The build quality and the design is excellent. What didn't impress me so much is the image quality. Yes, daytime is okay for a battery camera, but nighttime is not very good. It uses 8 infrared lights with a distance of only 9 meters. Another thing I didn't like is you can't change the recording time when motion is detected. It only records 10 seconds clips. Hopefully in future updates they will add more settings. However, the motion detection is very precise and you can set it to only detect humans. This camera works together with a gateway that you connect to a network, and then you connect your camera to the gateway. That way it will have a much more stable connection, which will also help save the battery. You get one gateway with each camera you buy, and this is also where you will find the SD card slot, and it supports up to 64 GB. It's like a small NVR, so even if someone steals the camera, you still have access to your recordings. The camera uses a 5100 mAh battery that is built in, and according to the manual, you're not supposed to replace it since there is a risk it will explode. They say one full charge can last up to 100 days. Of course, it all depends how often the camera wakes up. It records in 1080p and supports two-way audio, so you can talk to anyone close to the camera through the app. And the microphone and the speaker is actually pretty decent.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, so let's see what we have in the box. By the way, the box came wrapped in plastic, but I already removed that. So first we have the instructions manual. And then some kind of card from imilab.com. We have the camera with a protection film over the lens. And this is the gateway. And here you have the sealing and the quick release mount that you will mount on the wall. We got a couple of meter Ethernet cable. And this is the USB charger, which is used for both the gateway and the camera. And lastly, the other part of the mounting bracket. Okay, so the first thing we need to do to get it up and running is to connect the power cable to the gateway and wait for the light to start blinking yellow. While we are waiting for the gateway to be ready, we can open up the Mi app and go into Profile and into Settings, and then scroll down to Region, and here we can choose China. When the gateway is ready and blinking yellow, click on the plus icon in the top right corner. The app will detect the gateway automatically, and if for some reason it won't, you can add it manually as well, and you will find it under Household Security, and it's called IMIlab's Wire-Free Camera Gateway. Click on it and it will ask you to choose the network you want to connect to, add your password and wait for it to connect. It might take a minute or so. When it's connected, it will ask you for what room. Choose whatever you want here and then click Next. And then click Let's Get Started. Now we only need to add a camera to the gateway. What you need to do is hold the on-off button for about 5 seconds until the camera is blinking blue. Now we can click on Add Camera and then Confirm, and then click next step and wait for it to connect. This might also take a minute or two. And now we should be connected. Okay, so this is how the main screen looks like. In monitoring we have access to all our alarms and they are saved in the cloud. And in playback we can go back in time and watch any alarms triggered by the camera, and they are saved on the SD card. And in gallery we have access to all our screenshots and recordings we've taken. They are saved on the phone. In the top right corner we can access the settings for the gateway. Here we can, for example, format the SD card or check how much storage is left. If we click on General Settings and then More Settings, we can turn on password, check network info, or change time zone. Let's get back out and then click on the camera screen. Here we can take screenshots, talk, and record video. In here we also have access to the alarms and playbacks. You can also change image quality between HD, fluent, or speed. There isn't too much settings here, unfortunately, but the ones we have is device setting. And here you can turn on or off electricity save notification. And if we click on night vision, we can turn it on or off or have it automatic. In home monitoring settings, we can change when we want the camera to detect motion. We have full day monitoring, daytime monitoring, nighttime monitoring, or we can set a custom time when we want motion detection activated. In alarm time interval, we can set it from 1 minute to 30 minutes. It says increasing alarm time interval can reduce frequent alerts. Next, we have turn off notifications or choose if you want notifications only when detecting human. Unfortunately, that's all the settings we have for now. Hopefully they will continue to improve the app with new updates for us. So this is daytime, and as always when testing cameras, I blurred my neighbor's license plates. This is maybe 10 meters from the camera, and here we can easily read the plate number. And here we are at maybe 15 meters, and it's still possible to read it. And this is nighttime with night vision on, and this is not total darkness, since this is a fairly lit up area with street lights. And here is a clip at nighttime without night vision turned on. It's almost like I'm a ghost. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I think it's the human detection that makes it look like this. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's all for today's video. Hopefully I see you in my next video.